In the sediment section, I have included a video about the depletion of sediment down in the bayou at the very end of Louisiana. This is the Mississippi River watershed. So everything that comes from here ends up down here. So everything that goes upstream ends up downstream. This is the biggest watershed in the United States, and all these rivers connect and dump their water in the Gulf of Mexico. That means that all the sediment and all the eroded rock and materials, nutrients, and everything that was all the way in all this part of the United States is carried all the way down to the bayou, ends up here, and eventually into the ocean. So one thing that the video is trying to discuss is that in the middle of Mississippi, somewhere along this part, they built an old river construction or old river control structure that deviated the stream so that essentially everything that used to end up here is now ending up here. So the original delta of the Mississippi River is losing about a football field of land a year. And that's an amazing amount of land. So all the Cajun fishermen, all the people who depend on the Gulf and live there are losing their homes. This is a picture that I took in 2005 in the bayou in the Gulf of Mexico. Do you see anything wrong with this picture? I hope you do, because essentially the power lines here are not meant to be there. Electricity and water do not combine. So those telephone poles were not built there. That used to be part of land that is now sinking into the Gulf of Mexico because the river has been deviating, and all the sediment that should be deposited here is now being deposited in the Atchafalaya Basin. So they have more erosion than deposition, and they're losing land. So now you can see how important sediment deposition can be, and it helps to shape the coastlines.